तव कथामृतं तप्तजीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहम् श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति भूरिदा जनाः भुवि गृह्णन्ति भूरिदा जनाः. Rakhal is with Master. Rakhal is not well. And Thakur is worried. Rakhal was not feeling well. Master was greatly worried about him and said to the devotees, "You see, Rakhal is not well. Will soda water help him? What am I to do now? Rakhal, please take prasad from the Jagannath temple." So, two important factors we see here. Sri Ramakrishna is worried about Rakhal being not well because his spiritual practices would be hampered. And as a medicine, he is asking others whether he can give soda water, and on the other side he is prescribing Jagannath Prasad. Jagannath Prasad is taken to maintain the inner devotion to God, because Sri Ramakrishna used to say three things: the Jagannath Prasad, Anna Prasad, the water of Ganga, and Vrindavan Raja, not to be belonging to this creation. Alaukika, these three are Alaukika Vastu, which transcends the whole relative existence and is equated with the absolute existence, the transcendental of the transcendental realm. So it keeps the Sri Ramakrishna to advise to take a grain of Jagannath Prasad every day, so that the inner longing for God, relationship with God, inner channels connecting to the divine are intact. So he is prescribing that so that his spiritual practices are not at the same physical. This one also has to be attained. Health is to be regained. Sickness has to, or illness has to go. For that, soda water. In those days, especially after the Britishers coming, soda water was a common factor in any kind of elementary problems, food and intestine, because it has a property, the soda has a property of antibacterial on one side, and on the other side it's a mild laxative which keeps the motility of the intestine smooth and fine. So he is advising whether he can take that. How much of concern they feel if a sadhaka is on the, once in Bangalore ashrama, Yatishwarananji was very particular about time. All these people, great people, are very time conscious and see that every moment of their life is not wasted in any way. So we see Madhavananji Maharaj was president before Vireshwaranji Maharaj, and all these people. Exactly 6 o'clock in the evening, all the windows they are closing for sitting for meditation. Office room itself was their meditation room. When they close everything, people used to set their watches according to the timings they handle the things. Getting up, putting on light is particular seconds together at a particular hour. The moment they see light is on, they will set their clocks. It is that clock of it is the office clock, which Madhvananji. Like that, Yatishnan used to go at a particular hour to the shrine when puja is to begin. Puja, he wanted every worship, this, that, to go on according to clock. Thakur will be waiting, Thakur will be waiting. So that was the concept. In temple, he was very particular that 8:30 means 8:30. 7:30 means 7:30 the worship begins. 8:30 means 8:30 it closes. All these things. So he used to go at a particular hour in the shrine, morning, and then immediately after his bath, and then in the evening, all this. Untimely one day, a devotee sees him in the shrine. He's coming out. He's going, he wonders and asks, Maharaj, you are at this hour in the shrine? Then Maharaj says, yes. I saw a brahmachari, he had a boil on his cheek. I thought it may affect his meditation, and I went to pray for him. He was his own disciple. How much a guru bears responsibility of a disciple and takes care at every bit of this disciple doesn't know at all that guru has gone already to pray for him. Maybe it is a karmic effect or anything, but God is all powerful, omnipotency of God, omnipresence to pray to him and to get rid of that problem. How much of consciousness to see that the welfare of the disciple rests upon his shoulder and he has to take the responsibility. Even otherwise, as a inmate of the ashrama, that is, as a ashramite, the disciple, every person who enters the ashrama as a permanent member to give his life there, the month of the ashrama bears the responsibility to see that everything regarding him is taken care, his health, all his needs, his spiritual practices, his efforts to go towards God, everything is intact. Though he is not a disciple of the in charge. So this makes them go. Tapasaranji Maharaj, who was in the Chennai Math, and all, we intimately used to see how much of concern, how much of care, how much of dedication. It is in scriptures, Shankaracharya speaking on, writing Bhashya on Bhagavad Gita, tells how, what a tragedy the scriptures tell, like 1,000 mothers to man. Oh man, don't go that way, come this way, here the ocean of bliss. There everything is affected with pain and suffering and bondage. Come here, you are free, bondage is not there, suffering is not there, only ocean of bliss, come this side. Like 1,000 mother, he'll be struggling. The scriptures go on saying, and if scripture says like 1,000 mothers, imagine how the guru will be. It will be like 1,000 scriptures. That kind of this one, we see Sri Ramakrishna here is expressing so much of concern regarding Rakhal. It is on one side, he is expressing his own concern as well as he is teaching mankind how to take care of the youngsters, how to take care of the children, how to take care of the students, how to take care of the disciples. All these are being shown in this. This is a small incident, but conveys a deep meaning to every life, because everyone bears some responsibility of the dependents, be it children or disciple or anybody, even the student in a school. We are losing that relationship between the teacher and student, the doctors and patient. Every patient, how much a doctor, family doctor used to be there, how much of responsibility, how many times he'll try to contact if his person is not well. A patient goes to a family doctor and goes back. He doesn't prescribe the medicine and send away. He sees what is happening to the every now and then, afternoon, evening, somebody sending someone. Nowadays is a telephone. In those days, no telephones are also. He has to send a person to get the latest information, or he himself has to go. So much of concern, and this is what Sri Ramakrishna is expressing and explaining and demonstrating, so that the social conditions also change. Humanity gets all the benefit of being free. Even as he spoke these words, Master underwent a strange transformation. He looked at Rakhal with infinite tenderness of a mother and affectionately uttered the name Govinda. A play describing Sri Chaitanya's embracing of monastic life. No. Name of Krishna, Govinda, name of Krishna, according to the master, Rakhal is one of his previous incarnations had a cowherd of Vrindavan as an intimate companion of Sri Krishna. He doesn't express here, but Sri Ramakrishna told his other disciples not to remind him of being a Gopala. That is, he was a playmate of Krishna, and he used to warn other disciples, to see that he doesn't become aware of his past life, lest he will leave the body and go away. The end of Brahmananji Maharaj, also the same Rakhal later on became the Brahmananda. He was last ending also was similar. He wanted one song to be sung in which it reminds him of his being a real Rakhal, a cowherd playmate of Krishna. After that he stops talking, and all moments he ceases. Just he turns inward and remains for some short period, a day or two, and leaves the body. So here the affectionately uttered, Sri Ramakrishna knows the past, looked at Rakhal with infinite tenderness of a mother and affectionately uttered the name of Govinda. Did he see in Rakhal the manifestation of God himself? The disciple was a young boy of pure heart who had renounced all attraction for lust and greed. Sri Ramakrishna was intoxicated day and night with love of God. At the sight of Rakhal, his eyes expressed the tenderness feelings of a mother. Here we see the utterance of Govinda on one side, maybe that he is invoking the divine grace, and on another side he is reminded of his, that is, not to remind him of his past relationship with God, but being related to God, God would participate in his life. Now, we see in many of the saints' life, the mothers pray for a divine child and do a lot of austerities to get a divine child. And usually we see them growing nicely in spiritual world and becoming saints in this world, giving message of the transcendental realm, God. Now, whenever the children are sick, mothers, they pray to the God whom they prayed to get their child. I wanted a child, nice divine child. Then they will always go and say, you have given this child. It's your child. Take care of this child. He is not well. That kind of one understanding that he is yours. A particular aspect of God. The same Krishna is here as Ramakrishna, but has a specific part to play as Krishna. And this Krishna Leela, each Leela is eternal. It remains in the eternal present. It never becomes past. If you enter Leela by grace of God, if you transcend all limitations and you are able to enter the Leela. Actually, Sri Ramakrishna is Hridhi Vrindavan. It's eternally going on. Okay, if you can enter into you will see that it's actually happening, because it is beyond time and it is eternal present. It is always eternal present without past and future. It is eternal. Anytime you enter into Vyasa Maharshi writes the whole of Puranas, seeing it actually happening at that time, not it has happened, because it is eternal Leela. Anytime, if you can enter, if you are pay the price of that, to get rid of the body consciousness and in love of God, and then you can enter the Leela of Sri Ramakrishna and see the whole thing, what we are reading here, happening actually. You are a direct participant, because it is the Leela of God is eternal present. Leela of God is eternally present. Eternal present. There is no past future. So here the Krishna and Rakhal are interrelated. That particular aspect is meant for Rakhal. So Sri Ramakrishna is expressing that Govinda, did he see Rakhal, the manifestation of God himself? God and his Parshadas are, there is no difference. Just like mother and her child is one in its essence. That is, anything happening to child equally or more effectively affects the mother because of that identification. Manifestation of God himself. The disciple was a young boy of pure heart who had renounced all attraction to lust and greed. Who had renounced means he is given up from mind, thought and feelings. Become this viraga concept, vairagya concept, we must be always clear. Tyaga and vairagya are not throwing away, discarding or getting rid of. When the renunciation term comes, we are all always afraid. Renunciation, giving up and going away. No. It is dispassion towards it. There is no giving up. He will not give up the family relations, this, that, and go away, leave the duties and responsibilities, go away. No. He is not, his body, mind doesn't absorb it, doesn't fall into relationship with it. It is there. He attends to all things with great concern and love, but he doesn't carry them as his. Internally, exact expression Sri Ramakrishna gives of Vairagya is maid servant working. She will be working with in the house where she is working. My Krishna, my Rama, she is taking care of every bit of this. But in the heart of her heart, she knows all these are not mine. My children are there in the village. So this is Vairagya. Not running away or pushing it away becomes Dvesha, dislike, hatred, all this. But in Viraga, Raga is not there, attachment is not there, but duties are there, love is there, care is there, concern is there. But attachment, I cannot live without it. It is mine and mine alone. That kind of possessiveness, nothing is there. Only love and care. Where there is giving but no taking is viraga. It gives but doesn't take anything. No expectations, no demands, no bindings. Then it is. Nothing is binding him. He is not binding him anything. No attachments. This English term beautifully uses dispassion, not detachment, dispassion. So here the term he has renounced all attraction for is that he doesn't feel greed when he sees something. I need this, I want that, nothing. He doesn't feel I have to enjoy this. Nothing is there. He is there, it is there. So this is renunciation, renounced all attraction for lust and greed. And Sri Ramakrishna was intoxicated day and night with love of God. This is a rare thing the world has seen, and only incarnations can display this kind of ecstatic love of God. After Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we have a long grab of this ecstatic love in which a person completely forgets his own bodily existence. Absolutely, he is unaware, as if anesthesia is given, how the person will be totally independent of body, what is the relationship between body and himself when anesthesia is given. To that extent, independent of the bodily existence, they become in love of God. As if a thing has escaped from body and body is lying there and the self is playing. Even the body is still. Almost all saints experience, but rarely. Even regarding direct disciples and other people, we rarely come across having entered into Samadhi Sthiti. But Ramakrishna here we see day and night, now and then, muhur, he is entering into spiritual ecstasies and coming down. Intoxicated day and night with love of God. At the sight of Rakal, his eyes expressed tender feelings of a mother. A love like that which had filled the heart of the mother Yashoda at the sight of the baby Krishna. Sri Ramakrishna is to enter into various moods from moment to moment. And sometimes he is working like Hanuman, sometimes he's like Yashoda, whatever. And the relationships are entirely different, different degree of manifestation of the same bhava. That's why his guru Bhairavi Brahmani says, Tumi ananta, tamar bhav ananto. You are infinite and your moods are infinite. Yashoda, the devotees gazed at the master in wonder as he went into deep samadhi. The devotees gazed at the master in wonder as he went into deep samadhi. Samadhi is a stage next to dhyana. with the withdrawal of senses and mind from the external world, we call it pratyahara. And with pratyahara, the senses and mind are turned inward. And the absorption in the inner world to the exclusion of the external world totally external world drops off, like you are entering into sleep, how the external world and the bodily awareness drops off. This absorption, like children getting absorbed in looking at a television or their mobile, indifferent to the world and their own, that kind of absorption is called dhyana. And matured dhyana, where the vision of God is a person is having, that is called samadhi. Samadhi. Bhava is different from samadhi. Bhava samadhi, when we say he is in ecstatic state of God, the whole world has entered into the background like a painted screen. Nothing is moving, everything is stagnant, and his bhavas have bloomed. And he is experiencing, but a slight awareness of the world is there in the background. Then we call it bhava. Samadhi is totally oblivious of the external world. It is not present at all. That state is called samadhi. A matured state of dhyana, absorption, makes him enter into another realm of existence unrelated to the physical world. Like when we enter into sleep, we enter into another realm of existence unrelated to. There the consciousness is withdrawn, their consciousness is expressed in greater degree. So this we see in the master went into deep samadhi. His soul soared into the realm of divine consciousness. The body became motionless. His eyes were fixed on the tip of his nose and breathing almost ceased. How much of observation, how much of details, how much of understanding the author must be having to record all this. One must be thorough with the process of meditation. That God must, when the Parshadas come, when the people who has to do a particular act, they are endowed with that power of comprehension to understand the thing as it is immediately and to give its expression and explanation. It must be a blessing of the divine. He is made for that, he is brought for that. Many tried to record the things of Sri Ramakrishna. They did not succeed, and they were not meant for it. And Sri Ramakrishna said, no, don't do that. So many who are trying to write down and get down, no, you will not do it. Because they are not endowed with that power of penetrating views of the things into which they can penetrate into nature and discover and display that power. It will be wrong representation if we do not do that. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.